Teddy Roosevelt, former president of the United States, said, if you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. So we are responsible. Abraham Lincoln said, don't believe everything you read on the internet just because there's a picture with a quote next to it. Just a little humor there. Now, I want you, if you get nothing out of this, get this, write this down, indelibly imprint this into your mind. E plus R equals O. This is the formula for success. What does it mean? It means there are events in your life that occur. You then have a response to that event, and that produces an outcome. The outcomes are what we call how wealthy we are, how healthy we are, how happy we are, how good our relationships are, how much fun we're having, etc. Now, what most people do when they don't get the outcomes they want, what they do instead of changing their response, which would be the ultimately smart thing to do, is they start blaming the event. And blaming the event doesn't get you a different outcome. It is a response. We go to the Ain't It Awful Club bar or wherever it is online now, and we complain and we blame, we make excuses, and we get commiseration from other people. They agree with us, but it doesn't produce a better outcome. You're not wealthier because of it. You don't have more clicks, on your order page. You don't have more social media followers on your YouTube videos, whatever. The reality is you have to change your response. An event, your birthday is an event. It rains on your birthday. If you could get all upset and then have a lousy birthday, that'd be the outcome. Or you could decide to have a birthday party in your house. You could have a picnic in your house. You could set up a tent in your house with your kids. It doesn't really matter. We'll see in a moment that we have much more power to choose than most people ever have given ourselves credit for. So E plus R equals O. Our power is in our response. That's where the word responsibility comes from, the ability to change our response. Now, I want you to think about this as a mathematical formula, because it is. 2 plus 2 equals 4. The world's doing 4, the world's doing 2, you're doing 2, and you're getting 4 as the outcome. 4 could be, a $300,000 a year income. 4 could be you have 1 million followers on Facebook, whatever. But all of a sudden, let's say something happens, technology changes, the world has an economic disaster, and now the world's doing 1. And you keep doing 2, you keep responding the way you've been responding up until now, and you're getting 3, which is not the 4 you used to get. Or let's say the world does 0. All of a sudden, there's a huge impact on your life, but you don't change. Now you're getting 2, half of what you used to get before. So we have to change our response. We have to do 4. 0 plus 4 is going to equal 4. Excuse me. And that's going to require you to do something very, very, very different, to step out of your comfort zone. Now think about this. Along comes the coronavirus, the pandemic, the lockdown, the sheltering at home, closing of restaurants, closing of theaters, not able to go to sporting events, can't do big trainings. I just did a tour in India right before the coronavirus happened. And, 4 cities, thousands of people in each city, can't do that anymore. Can't have trainings in America, had to pivot everything to online. So we had to change our response to promoting live events and now start promoting online events, which is what you're here to talk about today, ultimately, and also learn how to do tremendous online events, how to use Zoom and StreamYard and Google and all these different things that we had not put that much energy into before. We had to pivot $400,000 worth of deposits for live trainings into online training, and hopefully lose all those people. Had to get really good at doing that and developing programs, which are great, and we did it. But the point is, we had to do some radical new responses. Now, a lot of people just basically went into fear, went into resignation, went into blaming, went into complaining about things, and their outcomes got more and more, worse. And so we have to be willing to change our response, however uncomfortable it is. So changing a response is where your power is.